this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your energetic reading for Wednesday, February 24th. And today the moon moves into beautiful, harmonious Libra. So it goes from this energy that was, there was a lot of self-criticism. There was a lot of analytical energy. There was a lot of assessment energy when we had the moon in Virgo conjunct with Jupiter in the North Node. So now, thankfully, we need to start to decipher. We need to be able to look at all the information coming our way, and we need to remove some emotion from it, some of the sensitive energy that was associated with what was going on yesterday, and we need to kind of emotionally disconnect, and we need to take a look at everything that's going on. And to do that, it takes a nice Libra moon to smooth everything out. Sometimes when we need to rationalize everything that's going on, we have to look at the pros and cons. And one of the most beautiful moons to do that in, at least emotionally, is Libra, because we can emotionally disconnect and we can take a look at both sides and try to validate the information equally. And that is gorgeous to do when you're trying to figure things out. So today's energy opens up conversations. You will feel compelled to express yourself and release yourself from this silence. Now, I think yesterday you internalized a lot of this. I think with the full moon, there's been some, I feel like it's been critical energy. I feel like for some of you, there was a need to kind of work a little bit behind the scenes to decipher and figure everything out. You had a lot of responsibilities and duties, and you were very task-oriented. So for some of you, you're getting released a little bit from all of that confining energy, and you're starting to open up about this. You feel like expressing yourself. So you will be an eloquent speaker for some of you that really want to open up the lines of communication. You will be very, very diplomatic about what you're going through, but also about what a partner could be going through. So the moon so the moon in Libra is going to be sextiling Mars. It's going to be trining Mercury, which is conjunct with Venus. So if you want to speak, I think it will be easy for you to speak your mind, but you will deliver the information with the aspect of a Libra-influenced moon, which I think is more important because it kind of softens the Aquarian energy that we have out there that can make you almost too blunt. I mean, it's not to say that Libra energy can't be blunt, because it can be, but I think in this energy, since you were so hypersensitive before, you are much more prone to discuss things in a certain way in this energy. So this is a great, if you want to talk about a subject, or if you want to talk about a mindset, or if you want to talk about the future, if you want to open up conversations, you can still add that Aquarian twist to it where you kind of test the waters, the pros and cons, and you get a little debatable, but you can back down and you can validate them and they can validate you. It's just such a better energy to do that in. Mercury in Aquarius is going to be, which is conjunct with Venus, is going to be sextiling Saturn, sextiling Uranus. This suggests to me that for some of you, you're going to just be very confident. You're going to be assertive. You're going to feel like you can discuss things and move forward with them. And this isn't about ego. This is about leading others away from, some sort of situation that may not be in their best interest, or that may not have balance associated with it. Or you're going to come up with a conversation that makes people think. For some of you, you could be a deliverer of a message. You could be somebody's messenger in this energy. So if you feel compelled to talk to somebody, it could mean that you are part of this universal plan to give somebody a message that makes them think. And believe me, the most beautiful energy is making somebody think versus telling them what you want them to do and trying to control their outcome. This is more about making them think and interpret their own environment and make decisions for themselves that allow themselves the independence and the freedom to move forward. So that's what you're going to be doing. So for many of you, you will deliver a clear message to someone that defines how you feel. And you're going to deliver in a way that is good for all. So for some of you, if you have to deliver a message about something that has to do with your family or your partnership, maybe for some of you, it could be leaving a partnership. Maybe that's part of the ending or the cumulative energy because you see a brighter future somewhere else. You're just going to be able to do that with some sort of ease. Your thoughts are clear and you're deeply aligned with your decision to move forward and make a progressive decision. So this is about not stringing somebody along anymore for many of you. This isn't about, you want them as happy as you are about moving forward. And so if some of you need to have a tough conversation, this is the energy to do it in, because some of you may be delivering those sudden changes, dramatic endings that's associated with this next 30-day cycle of this moon. And now understand this is all leading up to a solar eclipse that's going to be happening in a week. So there is a lot of energy building. There's a lot of intensity. And so you may be part of somebody's very, very destined solar eclipse and lunar eclipse that's coming forward. So negative vibration in this is that Jupiter is going to be in a quincunx with Uranus, and the Sun, which is conjunct with Neptune, is going to square off with Mars and Uranus. So although you have accepted an ending, or you've accepted the loss of something you once desired, and you put a lot of energy into, there can be a sense of resentment of your suffering, and they're not. It's expanding some of your insecurities about yourself. For some of you, this could be expanding the fact that you're critical of yourself because you've let things go or you've let things get out of control, and you are you're very hard on yourself in this energy. You've lost something, somebody walked away, and perhaps for some of you, there's just a sense of that ending could have been prevented and you're resentful as hell. And that's the whole, anytime you get Uranus and Jupiter in a quincunx, that means all bets are down. You can't predict people's behaviors. Individuals act out in unusual ways. Things come up that can just totally sideswipe you. These are also those external planets that affect your environment. So for some of you, something happens in your environment that dramatically affects your well-being, your physical health, your mental health, your work routine, and just how you see everything, how you let it define you. So for some of you, these endings are so dramatic. You are putting all your chips on black or red, and you know what? You didn't get anything. And now you're just like, I don't even know what to do. Like I was investing, like I invested everything in these outcomes and neither one materialized. So it's very upsetting. So this may have lowered your self-esteem. You may be consumed or obsessed with the need to regain control. For some of you, it is the need to get revenge. This is very vengeful energy. When you've got Mars squaring off with Pisces, and it's the Neptune, it's the Sun. It's like, excuse me, but something just happened to what I desired. I desired that and I didn't get it. And now I'm mad and I'm resentful. And there's some sort of psychological impact that goes with this. And for some of you, that could mean that it sets off a whole part of you. You become obsessive and resentful and jealous and angry. And this is very warrior type energy for some of you. You can't find peace for some of you in your mind. And you don't know which direction to go, and you resent that even more than the situation that you lost. You may be isolating yourself in an attempt to decipher the meaning behind the loss. So for some of you, this ending, this loss, it shakes your beliefs. It shakes your faith and destiny, hope and desire. It shakes the ability to create something based on what you hoped and fantasized that it would be. And it just absolutely shakes you to the core. But in that comes the redefinition. Do you understand? When something shakes us to the core, that's how we redefine a certain area of our lives. And it's very crucial for some of you that were betting on the wrong color, or you were putting everything on black when your winning chips were always supposed to be in red. So for some of you, that's what you're going to experience. But before that, there's a sense of anger, loss, war, kick ass, make people feel like you. It's not fair. The world's against you. You're a victim, and you need and you just want to make everybody feel bad. For some of you that aren't working in this high vibration, so you could be mentally suffering. Jupiter could expand some sort of personal mental instability. For some of you, I feel that deeply when I read this, only because it just speaks to me for some reason. So some of you just may suffer in silence, but I think that's like keeping the cap of the tea kettle on and keeping it on high too long. You're gonna blow. So it's best for you to talk this out. It's best for you to look at both sides. It's best for you to look at, every possible way that you can look at this energy to try to find peace with it. For some of you, it's an inability to understand the direction. And that's okay, because sometimes we don't understand the direction. We don't understand why things happen. And this is about that energy that helps us see both sides to it. If we tap into our moon, then we immediately elevate our energy. And then we start getting caught in all these gorgeous sextiles. And we start to, instead of concentrate on what Jupiter is expanding, we start to concentrate on how Saturn is gaining control over that and showing us the way to our future. Saturn is benefic in this energy, and actually Jupiter's malefic. So this isn't the energy that you really want to align yourself consciously with, the energy that helps you gain control and perspective and helps you see things from a unique mindset, and it helps you problem solve, and it helps you let go, and it helps you move away from, and it helps you seek freedom to liberate yourself from the situation. Anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching Annette's Astrology Corner, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.